Sign of Leo. Leo. What's the deal? Hold on, let me get my mic right. Let me get my mic right. All right, so boom. Anyway, there was no special messages. Oh, I'm gonna use these. I haven't used these in so long. We're gonna use these. All right, so I guess maybe you guys see something that's like shiny or something that you haven't seen. Maybe or this could be like reconciling or seeing somebody or talking to somebody or having an experience that you haven't had in so long. So maybe it's like, this is new again. You know what I mean? So maybe it's somebody else. So maybe you guys are starting to see a bigger picture in a situation. Could be dealing with the Sag. All right. Or you guys are becoming a lot more optimistic at one time. Yeah, it says a new start is coming. So it could be a new start. So maybe you guys are starting again with somebody who you guys had a close connection with or somebody who was very detached. Maybe you guys like kind of, I'm gonna say forfeited the situation and like, gave it up to the universe or gave it to God or just say, hey, it is what it is. We'll let it be what it be. But anyway, this person is having bigger emotions now, or now this person wants to show you the real them. So it could be an Aquarius, it could be a Sag. All right, that's cool. It says a new star is coming, so it's a powerful new one. So it's going to basically reveal all the work that you've done. There we go. Yeah, of course. We got self know. It reveals all the work that you've done prior to. So it's maybe them acknowledging it, or it could be that maybe you're starting to acknowledge this in yourself and having more of a carefree or more of a detached approach to everyday life. You're like, I don't really care too much about whatever you were, caring about at one time. This may be a new philosophy where you're seeing yourself in a higher light. I'm not gonna say higher than everybody else, but Aquarius does seem to have a God complex. So you may be viewing yourself as like better than others. Maybe because your way of doing things you feel like is prevailing, and that might be what it is. It may come off a little bit more boastful, may come off a little bit more like talkative. You may be saying things that rub people the wrong way, but because it's you, they like it. You know what I mean? So the South Node could just be like, maybe this is something that you've always done before. Like maybe you did it before, but you repressed it. He was like, I can't be that way. You know what I mean? Like maybe you could have said this and maybe you could have caused frustration, anger, or you could have acted that way and caused frustration, anger in other people. Yeah, what's up, baby? All right, so anyway, you're inspiring people to become their real selves around you. So that's the best part. So even if these are past people or past experiences or similar experiences you've experienced like that, it's coming back around, but this time it won't bother you as much or it won't really be much of an issue. You guys are so some of y'all is romantic because the fifth house, but if not, it could also be friendships. And then we got fourth house. So friends, lovers, you guys are about to have a deeper level of intimacy, one where they can start seeing you for who you are and you can see them for who they are. It's like the mask comes off or the rose tinted glasses come off. It's like that's not the case anymore. All right. Also, because every time I've seen fourth house, this could be also a partner that some of y'all decide to move in with or decide to do things together with a lot more, like joint activities, maybe creative projects, DIY stuff around your house. Maybe you're doing that stuff too. Like this person may kind of come in and help you change a perspective that you always been working on, that you always been working on. It's like they inspire, I would say, creative gifts or like passion projects, or they inspire just creativity in you. So they're hard working too. Mm. So this could just be like you guys are starting to get more dedicated or more devoted to a passion that you already have or create a project that you already have. I don't know what that crown symbol is. I think it has to do with people commenting the most or people who show up a lot because y'all do be in my comments a lot. I think. I don't know. I have no idea. Hmm. But anyway, you guys are becoming a lot more practical about your approaches to things and becoming a lot more open. It says be open and receive and watch what the universe provides. So you guys are becoming a lot more open to things. That might be what it is. It's maybe just to change perspective is just that, like I said, what used to bother you doesn't bother you anymore. You guys may be coming off as like higher, like what is like I want to say like higher minded in a way where you kind of like see the bigger picture of why this stuff is happening, why people are acting the way they're acting, and that may be why like you have tougher skin because of it. Like it doesn't bother you anymore. It's like I don't really care. Mm. I keep saying that again because that's what it kind of gives. It's like you're really getting comfortable in your skin. You know what I mean? So maybe you're feeling more attractive. Maybe you're feeling more creative. You know what I mean? Maybe you're I don't know, just feeling yourself. I think that's really what maybe it's the summertime. That's why it's probably summertime. It's Leo thing. Yeah, it says that solution is easier than what we think it is. So you're not overthinking yourself. It's the approach that's changing. And it could be the approach that people are having with you too, where now maybe they're being a lot more blunt, they're being a lot more matter of factly. You know what I mean? They're keeping an air of like distance, but of like respect. They're acknowledging you when they see you. You know what I mean? Maybe they're being a little bit more flirtatious, friendly, like, outgoing and tolerant of your way of doing stuff. Even if they don't agree, they're like, well, shit, you here. Or, you know what I mean? You are who you are to us. So, like, we accept that. You know what I mean? Like, they're starting to just now accept you. All right. Or you're just starting to accept yourself. It's one of the two. I really can't be like sure. You got Knight of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, so you're gonna be getting an offer soon from somebody who feels like it's too good for you to say no. Whoever this is feel like you won't want to tell me no. So it could be a Sag, it could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right, yeah, Two of Cups. I told y'all some of y'all are reconciling again, or getting back, becoming friends with somebody again, or getting back on a more casual conversation, or like a more friendly, type of energy again. So something like that. What she say? Because Marie say anything. Oh, y'all was just saying what's up with each other. Okay. Anyway, King of Wands. I'm telling you, so now this person's passionate about y'all, but I think it's because I don't know, they may kind of want to put some type of like, maybe it's an obligation in a way. Like this may come off as like fun, like just coming off as like maybe we're doing stuff together, and maybe I don't know, maybe they're trying to adapt to you a little bit more. It kind of gives that vibe. Could be a Sag, Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, Pisces. This is somebody who's been waiting around for y'all. Maybe you've been waiting on this person to be like this or act like this, because it's kind of like a light bulb switch, or a switch gets flipped. Like they do something different, not like in an unusual way, but they just do something different. Maybe they're more devoted. Maybe they're more passionate. Maybe they're more excited. You know what I mean? Like maybe, like I said, maybe they're more flirtatious, or just like complimentary. Like, yeah, so they flatter you maybe, or some shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? But it kind of comes off as like no thing. You know what I mean? So like, oh, that's a nice dress. I like it. You know what I mean? But like, you know what I mean? Maybe they shrug a shoulder too. You know, like they're acknowledging, people are going to be acknowledging stuff that they probably already seen about you before, but it's just a new start. Maybe they're seeing you in a new light, because we do got the Hangman here, which could mean people idolize you at this moment. They kind of hang around and observe you, and you know what I mean? They just like maybe they're waiting for the right opportunity to reach out. We got the Devil here, so people are obsessed about you guys, but like silently. You wouldn't have known it. You wouldn't have been able to see it from the outside. So it could be a little heart to heart, or a little exchange that's like peaceful between y'all. I think they just want to make amends. I got this Two of Cups. Gives me like I want to make up. You know what I mean? Bring peace to it, because of the Hangman too. And the South Node also is having to do with like unfinished business, or stuff that you were meant to come here to do. So that might be it too. Like maybe they want to do whatever it was that you guys didn't fully go through with. Like we were almost at some point. So some of y'all, it's a relationship that you guys probably could have built a solid foundation with, or wanted to build a solid foundation with, but maybe your approaches were too different for each other, because Sagittarius and Aquarius are different. They're similar, but they're different. They both always feel like they're right. So maybe that's probably what it was, because Two of Pentacles sometimes is like, damned if I do, damned if I don't. So that might be what the dynamic is. It's like, damned if I do, damned if I don't. You know what I mean? So I guess you guys are just going to be open to kind of just see what happens. You know what I mean? Or they're going to be open to just see what happens, because the approach comes from a way of like, I don't really care what happens. You know what I mean? So either you're taking on this philosophy or this way of seeing things, or whoever is coming your way is going to be taking on that philosophy. You know what I mean? So they want some type of solid foundation with you, or at least a sense of like closeness. You may feel like a sense of like security, home, peace, and all that shit. And even if it's not one person, this may be people in general, where they're being a lot more pleasant, maybe more flirtatious, more friendly, more like, I don't know, wanting to do stuff with you. You know what I mean? You may notice that they're like making like changes just for you and stuff like that. Yeah, it could be like accommodating. That's what it is. They can be more accommodating for you. You may notice that. You know what I mean? So I can't. Oh yeah, let me use these one more time. Let me use these real quick, and then I'm about to give y'all some advice. Thank y'all for the likes. Ooh, thanks for the likes. All right, secret hater. So so I guess you got a secret hater, or maybe there's just secret haters around, because you're moving in silence. So I guess you got haters who are around who aren't saying anything. You're embarrassing them. They want to tell you how to do what you're doing. They keep tabs on your social media, so I guess you need to keep up with that. So some of y'all, maybe like the closest people too. Let me tell you that might be what I mean. Well, that's always how it is, right? That's always how it is. Closest people at this moment. All right. So because the Two of Cups are like friends, family, people who we share trust and intimacy with. So it's them. They could be hating on y'all right now, but pretending to like what you got going on, but like secretly hoping that whatever you have going on falls apart. All right, because maybe you guys aren't really sharing what you're doing, like in detail. You may not be like keeping them in the know. Maybe you're like, it seems like you're more in like a celebratory type of energy. I think that's what they're looking at. Like maybe it's like maybe you're going out to parties, maybe you're going to events, maybe you're having more fun, maybe you're enjoying stuff that they themselves would like to enjoy at this moment. So, and it doesn't always mean like they're a hater, because these cards sometimes can be real literal. It could just mean like maybe they dislike that you're like keeping these things to yourself, you know what I mean? And you're like really showing off these days or really showing out these days. And they could be trying to tell you how to do what you know to naturally do for yourself. You know what I mean? So maybe you figured out your own problems or your own issues, you know what I mean? And you're not really like taking on the expectation or burdens of other people anymore. And that might be what's letting you be free or letting you like exercise this type of personality that's being expressed. So let me give you some advice. Okay. It says action. Drop off here and just do it. You have the power to create and do whatever you truly want. Look inside your heart and take positive action in those things that bring you closer to achieving your desired goals. Nothing can stop you except your own fears. This card is positive confirmation from God and the angels that the time is right for you to start a new and exciting venture. All right, so signs you could be dealing with during this time could be a Cancer. Um, Oh, Sag, Pisces, Leo, Sag, Aquarius, Cancer, Leo, Aquarius, Capricorn, Sag, Pisces, and another Capricorn or Pisces. All right. All right. But I guess you guys are supposed to be getting an offer that just like too hard for you guys to say no to. You know what I mean? They're almost overly confident that you're going to say yes. Anyway, Leo, thanks for being here, y'all. Thanks for rocking and rolling. Also, if you guys got Capricorn in your chart, that's supposed to be next. So check that out. All right, you said ignore him. Trust me. That's how it be too. That's how it be, Shelton. That's too. Okay, so anyway, let me get going, y'all. I'll be back in a second for Capricorn.